the Ultimate Guard League Cup Top 16 match, Olli-Baba versus Raiden Trade. My name is Leonard König and I am here again, as always, with the one and only Sebastian Lemke.
Thank you very much, Leo. Thank you very much. What an introduction.
Yeah, it's like we have to practice. We are both casting two nationals, as a team, of course, also with Oliver German, the German one, and the Austrian one is just us. It's just gonna be us two. I'm pretty excited. I gotta say, this is like our baby together.
This was just like a sideline drop right there. Just a big spoiler for, big news for us, of course, and we're really looking forward to that and to cast for you there as well. So we can train again today. And as you said, we have a really good match coming up. We have Olli-Baba versus Raiden Trade with quite a few very well-known names. For example, we have the comeback of Chingun Ayunba, excuse me. And of course, named Shinken a lot.
Yeah, both teams are stores. And actually, I gotta say, I kind of have to root a bit for Olli-Baba because Olli-Baba is a store in Essen, Germany, North Rhine-Westphalia, and I was born there. So this is my local heroes team. So yeah, I think we can also just jump right into the game. They tried to start it like 3 times already. Our first matchup will be Schinken versus Sebastian Dahl.
Yeah.
So let's just jump right in there. I hope our operator can do it right now. So yes, of course. So I'm going to text the judge that they should start. They tried to start like 3 times already, so I had to tell them to wait until the judge tells them to go. I think probably the first move is going to be engage, search, eagle booster, normal ray. That is probably what I think is going to happen.
How do you know, man? How do you?
Well, not that I would have seen it. I'm just the mentalist, as you guys all know.
Obviously, yeah. And probably Sebastian is already waiting eagerly for that engage search. He wants Shingun to finally do it. He started with engage. We saw Shingun on stream like in live events already, for example, at the German Open and so on. And I think he always was pretty good at starting with his engages, right? I saw that a lot.
Yeah, he had a pretty intense match against my teammate Adrian Person.
Oh, yeah. I think actually Shingun won game 1 there, and then Adrian...
I'm just gonna text the players now, because the judge
just play, guys. Play, please. And obviously, Adrian took the win against him because he won the whole event undefeated, so obviously he won that game as well.
Indeed.
Well, let's see what they have to offer for us today. There is the engage. Hello. It would be so funny if you would Ash it now. So, Eagle Booster. It's interesting, I would say, to go for Eagle Booster as your first search. Do you think he knows what his opponent is playing?
No, I think he just wants to, like... I mean, we asked him and he told me that he won the die roll.
Yeah.
So, I just think that he wants to get, like, he maybe already has an anchor and he wants to get his Kagari shenanigans through, you know?
Yeah,
so
probably.
He's maybe going for like a really greedy start where he ends up on like 2 engages in hand.
Yeah. So yeah, guys, as always, the logos are switched up. You're wondering in the chat. On top, you have Chingun Arianda playing Sky Striker for Raiden Trade. And on the bottom, you have Sebastian Dahl playing, you will see in a second, for Olli-Baba. And there's the end phase, engage search with the Shizuku. 3 back row. Seems reasonable, right?
Yeah, but this is not going to be an easy game for him because he is facing many furries.
Yep.
Sebastian, indeed. Tiny Webbit. Jackawap effect. I have to get this meme out on my phone and then I'm just going to spam it.
Oh, he hits Tiger. So as you can see, he's playing Luna Light. That was the first card that surely we had.
So to provide further Yu-Gi-Oh! Related quality content for you guys. Ooh, what's this? Licky's your decky wacky. Sniff, activate Jackawap effect. Blushies, Ovo, a Whittle Wabbit. Kawaido chick effect. Pay costs and cutesy wootsy dancer. Where OTK 12,000 damage. Ovo. Yeah.
I guess if you can see the picture to that, it's a little more funnier than just listening to you talking about it. But I mean, not that it wasn't funny, but I guess what I mean.
Every viewer should know this meme. I'm pretty sure about it, actually. If you don't know the meme, then just feel free to ask us. We're probably not going to answer. Of course, I'm cringe. This day. It feels like it has quite some time has passed after our last Ultimate Guard Cup match, right? Because Uni has started, and the weeks are getting longer and longer. I'm exhausted, man. I'm already burnt out.
We had quite a battle last week, actually. We had that E-Man versus LCG game, which really was intense, where E-Man turned it around and Jonas Koschel guided his way to the victory at the CMS in Ghent, basically. That's pretty nice. He actually was the winning character in that E-Man Ultimate Guard Cup, and then he also, of course, was the winning player of the Card Market Series event in Ghent. And we see Sebastian freely performing his combos, and it's Luna Light. I think Sebastian actually topped YCS Düsseldorf #1 with Luna Light. That's quite impressive. Yeah. And we have been talking about Luna Light on previous occasions, and of course, Rafael Neven won YCS Chicago with it. But after that, the deck was basically dead. So we were always saying, like, yeah, it was kind of a one-hit wonder. And at Chicago, people didn't know where to throw their hand traps on or where to anchor or stuff like that. So
until Jay Quincy, the guest in our latest podcast, told everyone on Facebook.
Yeah. That was really helpful for everybody, I guess. So, do you think it's clever to actually anchor the Curious there? I mean, what does it accomplish there for him? I think he would have probably sent like maybe Luna Light Perfume or something.
Yeah, we can't swap the team icons. I'm sorry, because
no.
I have actually no idea why. But we were told that it doesn't work, so we are just rolling with it, I guess.
Yeah, sure.
I don't know if Anchor on Curious is the right play. If I would ever have to play versus Luna Light, I would be completely lost. Because I really have no idea how the deck works. Yeah, I know that you can special summon Utopic Kaiser and then have two pseudo FTK cards on board with 2 randoms. That works.
That's definitely fair enough. Oh, he has Called by the Grave as well. And he's probably using it in response on either the Tiger Pendulum Scale effect to special
the Martin effect.
Or
no.
On the Martin effect, I think. Yeah, exactly. You can bounce the Tiger with Martin. So, I mean, I don't know whether it really matters what you do first there. It probably does. But it is really important that Martin is out of the graveyard now, because he cannot use Martin this turn anymore. And Martin is kind of a key part of that combo. But also, Sebastian is already through 2 back row there. Like, the third back row probably is Eagle Booster, right?
Yeah, I think so. And okay, so he gets rid of the grave load preemptively. I think he might just go into the battle phase. He sent Butterfly to the graveyard with I don't know, Chick maybe. Okay.
Yeah, with Chick, I guess.
Have no idea why this is good. We should have chosen a different featured match, honestly, because I have no idea.
But I mean, that's like surely not very good what happens there for Sebastian, because
no,
like
especially because
engage, and he has Eagle Booster, so he has everything set up. And I mean, basically, this game is over, I think. I mean, Luna has the opportunity to quickly get back into the game by using Tiger Effect in scale, and that can be followed up by a lot of things. But I mean, Striker still Striker, so he will have Anchor again this turn, searching it out in some way, and then it's just too much to overcome, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think it's fair to say that this game is over. What is the effect of Curious? How can you get your card back if this card while its owner controls it? Curious is terrible if it gets anchored and then sent to the graveyard.
That is definitely true, yeah. So that will probably be the play here. Even though, like, what would be the card he takes out of his graveyard there? Like, there aren't really that relevant cards in his graveyard right now, so
maybe the Tiny Webbit.
Yeah, sure, but does that really help him? I don't really think so. So I don't think that should be a main concern for Chingun there. I mean, Chingun's main concern right now is how he can draw all these cards and still know what to do with them, because there are just too many cards for him right now.
He just wants to not drop them all on the floor, and as they are playing on Dueling Book, that's
hardly
really possible. So he's in a safe spot, I think.
Surely.
The question is, does he just now anchor the Curious, or does he not? Because, like, he should be safe. If there's no Kaiju, he can't even get OTK'd, because we all know that he has the Eagle Booster set.
Yeah. And I think actually Sebastian isn't even main decking Kaijus. So there's no even... I mean, I don't think so. I'll just check out his list again. But if I remember right, he doesn't play Kaijus. So there is the list. Nope. Not a single Kaiju found its way into his list, which I think is really surprising too, because Kaijus really, really help. But he does go for the Anchor Steel. Curious attacking there. So he wants to be safe, and he might even have another Anchor already. I mean, I can set it with multi-roll anyway, so
yeah,
this is a very, very good situation to be in. No worries, right?
This is the point where you're playing Sky Striker and you're just annoyed that you can't OTK your opponent because you know you win, but you don't really want to, like, mess up stuff.
Yeah. Like, absolutely. And it's really like, you are definitely getting a little angry, especially when you're at a YCS and you're approaching time in some way, and your opponent is just not scooping up. But I mean, it's obvious that you're winning this game because your deck is just way more powerful, and you resolved like 4 engages this turn, and your opponent still isn't scooping, and you're like, bro, please scoop. I surely want to go into game 3 and attack with Ayate directly so I can win this match. Like, be fair to me, of course.
They always want to draw, and then they just side for 3 minutes.
Yeah, right? So that's really a common tendency, yeah. I mean, getting a draw off of a good player is like a small accomplishment, so...
I mean, you can't really blame him, right?
Yeah, right.
I mean, if you know that you're losing for sure due to a weird, let's say, game mechanic that has absolutely nothing to do with skill, and you're allowed to side for 3 minutes, and you have 2 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock, then why wouldn't you? If it costs you a spot on the top cut, otherwise...
Yeah.
So, let's see. Did you guys in the chat enjoy the nice weather today?
I mean, the weather probably is a better theme to talk about right now than Chingun flexing his arms right there, performing Sky Striker shenanigans. And yeah, like, summer is here, right? Really, really nice. Oh, look at him. He's also going for the Shark Cannon. He is taking everything.
Maybe Chick.
I guess you're going for Kaleido Chicks there. Yeah, right. That's what he did. 4 counters on multi-roll, as if he would have had the space to set 4 cards.
I think it's far more than 4 counters, right? Is it? He had Air Zero, the Eagle Booster, the Anchor, the Shark Cannon, and 3 engages or 2 engages after multi-roll was activated.
More than enough. More than enough.
Yeah.
And look at him. He just takes the cards to his hands. How sneaky. Judge. Yeah, that's kind of bad about dueling book because you cannot really. I mean, how do you want to separate the cards in your hand? In real life, you just go, okay, these are the 2 cards, I shuffle them. But in dueling book, you would have to place your hand on top of the deck and then take the other cards to the hand, and it's just nerve-wracking. So in this position, I understand that they talk to each other over Discord, and they probably were like, yeah, just take them to hand, and I believe you. I mean, if you would cheat right there, we all would see it, and that would be a very good idea for him, I guess.
I actually never put my deck on top. I just take the cards to my hand and then set them. I mean, it's obvious which cards have to be set there, so you can't set a different card. It makes no sense.
Yeah, that's right. That's true.
Preemptive Anchor before Kaleido can activate the effect and send something for a cost.
Yeah.
Is this game over?
It should be. I mean, yes. Oh, did he special that? Yeah, he normal summons the Kaleido chick. So he still has the special summon of Tiger.
Yeah.
And he can special summon out. But I mean, he can special summon out another Tiger, which he goes for. But like the monster effect of Tiger doesn't help him in any way right there. Oh, he does go for a Link summon right there? Or what is he doing?
No, he passes the turn.
All right. Oh, boy.
I mean, can you scoop now? Please?
No. They want to show us the real power of Sky Striker once more. I mean, we don't know for how long we can still see this. Because there should be a Bendis around the corner, like, sometime soon, right?
Yeah, please.
It should have dropped, like... I'm getting kind of bored of the format right now, too. I think about, like, 2 weeks ago, I was really happy about the format still, because I was like, yeah, it's a pretty good battle, and the decks are kind of fine, like Salad and Striker are grindy, and it's cool, but we need some change at least. But yeah, I mean, maybe the game changes a little bit through the next set we get too. Like we talked about it when we met today. The new hand trap in some way that was introduced looks really interesting, right?
Yeah, this card I don't know if it's like good or like good for the game. For sure, it has its upsides as a card itself. But holy shit, this card could be such a pain in the ass. Like,
you
honestly, this card
as your 6th card.
Yeah, this is like people compared it to Dimensional Barrier, and I think that pretty much nails it. Just that it's like more broken, because in pendulum formats you have to win the dice roll so that you can set up your barrier and then try to make a board out of 4 cards. And this way you can easily stop your opponent if you're going second, probably after siding, because this is not a card you necessarily want to main deck unless you're going blind second. And then you have still 5 cards to OTK your opponent. And
oh yeah, you're right. It's really not a card you want to main deck. I didn't even really think about it. I was just like, yeah, this card is a very good card, but because you should go first, it's just so bad when you go first.
Yeah.
It's like, maybe it will not even be that pricey. I mean, but on the other hand, it will probably be very pricey as like evenly matched or something like that. Also was very pricey, even though you only played in the side deck. And in the side deck, it can very well be a 3-off, for sure.
I mean, the set has quite some quite some interesting secret traits, right? Like everything seems kind of playable. We have Cybernet Mining, we have Cherubini, we have the id, I think.
Yeah.
We have the new Nightmare monster. It's like all looking really good. And if everything is good, if every secret is a playable secret rare, then none of those cards, unless it's hilariously short printed, should be like above 40 euros.
That's true. That's a good point about sets that have some more good cards. But like, people, when they saw that Cherubini will be secret rare, I mean, who would have thought? Like, wasn't it completely clear that Cherubini will be secret rare? Like, I mean, of course, Cherubini secret rare, and they were like, "Oh shit, this card will be like so expensive," but I don't think so. I don't think it will be as expensive as like Boris Rod Dragon or something like that. I don't see that. So we see Sebastian giving Shingun the right to go first. It is pretty common for Lunalight decks. I mean, on top of that, of course, Lunalight can perform the turn 1 FTK combo in some way, but against Sky Strikers, it is not really an FTK combo. So
unless you're going for Kali Yuga, then it's fine, I think. Yeah. Kali Yuga is...
Yeah, that's right. It's true.
Actually, still good against Sky Striker. So, more than decent start again.
Yeah, Skrelping in the chat tells us that the Spell Mining Cape is a super rare, so that surely won't be as expensive. I don't know whether you said it will be secret, but it is in the set and it's a good card in the set, that's for sure. And yeah, a good point also is that this set...
I meant Cybernet mining, not spell mining.
Oh yeah, that's right. It's 2 different cards, right?
And that's a secret rare.
Yeah. 100%. Oh yeah. Sure. Yeah. You were 100% correct. Definitely. Yeah. So there was some kind of misunderstanding, and the set isn't getting reprinted in the Megatins, which is quite a good thing actually. For like, I mean, for investment purposes maybe, because like that could mean that the cards will be more expensive than they should be in some way, because it could take a while until these cards get their reprints.
I'm just trying to get my hands on those gnome things quick.
Oh yeah. You better do. So we have Jackalope again. Nope.
But this card could like also be such a bust. Like it could also be like really terrible and kind of unplayable-ish, because decks will find a way how to get around this, but it seems pretty good if your opponent summons Cerberus for his Orcus combo and then you lock him on Cerberus.
That was the first thing I saw too. Like, that definitely seems insane.
Ooh.
Especially because you're locking him out of his extra monster zone then, and he just cannot play in any way. And I think this card this card will be even better for players that play test it a lot, because you really have to find that perfect timing to drop this card. And we were already talking theory about that before. Like, for example, against Thunder Dragon Danger, when would be a good time to do that? Obviously, when like there's an LP in the extra deck monster zone, and that would be a good time for sure. Or like when he's dropping Saruya to the extra deck monster zone. Like, every time he's putting a monster into his extra deck monster zone, then it is probably a good time to drop it, because then your opponent will not have like an escalated board, because he cannot do so many shenanigans and move around his whole field and so on.
Oh man,
he's anchoring the
I think he passed the turn. Now he's trying to set engage.
Oh, he passed turn? Oh boy, what a game.
Lunalight seems really underwhelming, and I mean really, really underwhelming.
Yeah. Absolutely. Like, Jackalope pass. I mean, Jonas Koschel probably wouldn't agree that a set isn't very terrifying, but in this case, it is openly revealed that there are 2,000 defense points of Danger Jackalope, and also it isn't close to time, and on top of that, we don't even have time in the Ultimate God Cup, but
it's still an FTK.
Yeah, obviously. And I still think he should have attacked, like, probably, right?
Yeah.
Might have been better. So, how does Shingun now do it? I think he could already be in the mindset of, shit, why can I not just kill him right now? I'm so far ahead once more. Like,
yeah. That I hate about Sky Strikers. I'm getting so impatient when I'm far ahead.
Yeah. And I think there are also players piloting the decks that cannot really handle that and will like overextend super hard in like some turns, completely unnecessary. And that just gives the opponents the opportunity to come back when like they grinded through all their race already and stuff, and then they just sit there basically naked because they already wasted all the resources they had, and like it didn't really make sense. And they like set all the engages with multi-roll, and then they out of engages and everything, and like they're really, really greedy Sky Striker players. That's for sure.
Seen that happening.
Yeah, definitely. And if your opponent knows how to play versus the deck, then there's a good chance that he can overcome the player then. So,
so there is some love for Jonas in the chat.
Yeah. And there should be. I mean, still a very huge accomplishment. On top of that, he won our our quick spell quiz. I mean, not really sure what is the bigger accomplishment.
I think it's like the free subway on our necks, as we Germans would say. We should have like many German people in the chat right now, because this is such a German local store battle.
Yeah.
I love the Olli-Baba store. I just have to say that the store itself is like really amazing. I'm a big fan. I always enjoy being there.
Yeah,
and like I might go to locals tomorrow. I might take the 2 hours travel to locals to Olli-Baba. I think I will do that.
2 hours travel to locals is pretty harsh, isn't it? Oh, there's Phantasme. Is there like a comeback chance? But I mean, if you want to play locals and you have to drive 2 hours for it, then go for it. Like Yu-Gi-Oh is our hobby, right? And also it's Eastern, so are there even locals tomorrow? That would be a good question.
They have the Friday night Yu-Gi-Oh in Essen.
Okay.
Every Friday. It's for people who don't like to go out partying, I assume. No, I have to go like in that direction anyways, because I'm going to visit my parents over the Easter holidays. So yeah. Might as well go to the locals then, so I can enjoy the weekend actually.
Absolutely.
And another engage in the graveyard.
Hello. And yeah, Phantasme, I mean, he is there, but I don't think he's helping him a lot. Like, he's already too far ahead in this game.
And there is no locals tomorrow?
Yeah, maybe because it is Karfreitag. Like, it is very possible. You should definitely check before. Like,
fuck off. I'm not having this.
Completely understandable, yeah.
I can't leave. Okay. I'm back.
So let's see. What do we have there? Going through all of his plays again. And he just wants to go for Afterburner now. Just
you guys are lucky I'm wearing pants. But Afterburner, yeah, of course you want to get rid of the Thanos, otherwise Lunalight might actually be able to do something. So, do you guys have any results of the other games?
Yeah, guys, I have to just tell us in the chat if you know something. Whether there's already, I mean, there probably is like something going on already, because we're already in game 2 and nearing the end of the match here. And yeah, OTK Gamer 8000 says, in Berlin there are locals tomorrow, so everybody come to Berlin. And he's right, yeah, BB Land will have locals tomorrow. They already announced that. So make sure to come to Berlin for that.
That's not exactly the direction I'm going.
I mean, you can go to your parents afterwards. I mean, you're used to long travels, I guess. So why not this direction? So that is the second engage banished, or is it like, oh no, it's one anchor, one engage banished. Okay. But against Lunalight, you also don't really have to worry very hard about like which resources you banish, because like Lunalight isn't a control deck and cannot really grind back into the game.
It's anyway. Win or lose, and you like quite easily find out who's winning or losing this game. This I hated about like formats with Goki and stuff, because Yeah, you either win it and you know it from turn one, or you're losing, and
Absolutely, absolutely.
you know it from turn one basically when you're losing against Goki. You get the idea of losing to Goki as soon as he starts with Isolde and activates the effect. You're like, okay, I can't do shit.
Except when your opponent is bullshit at the game.
Yeah, like the one guy I played against in Pasadena, who just made a board of Trigate and like 3 nightmares of Mermaid, Phoenix, Cerberus, and Trigate, and then just didn't attack for 5 turns until I had place. And I could eventually summon Silcoides to bounce back my protocol, and when he tried to negate it with Trigate, I could Lost Wind him, and then I could play through his board. He just gave me an Italy and attack. He didn't attack for 5 turns.
Like also, I played versus Goki round 1 of Euros last year, and he just got completely lost in the middle of his combos, and he like completely messed up his board, and it was he could have had U-Link for sure, but he just ended on like some nightmares that weren't even co-linked, and then was like, what are you doing, bro? And he's like, yeah, I'm not really 100% sure about the combos yet. And I'm like, yeah, I can tell. And yeah, I did actually win because of that. Like,
Yeah, I figured
yeah,
where this story was going.
yeah. Otherwise, I would have been more salty about it, I guess.
Yeah. Is Sebastian actually able to do something here, or is he just summoning tiny webbits and then not doing anything again? Oh yeah, Pancratos is not exactly the card you want to see versus Sky Striker when you have 3 monsters on board.
Not really, no. Like, I mean, at least you can try right now. So just summon all these fluffy fairy typey bodies onto the board, and then see where you can go with it, right? And I mean, Sebastian probably knows where he can go with the deck, like pretty well, because he plays this deck for a while now. And if there's a chance that this deck can still overcome this Sky Striker board, he probably knows the way to do so, like in some way.
Yeah.
But I don't really see the way.
Sky Striker is boring me. Like, it is so hard to cast Sky Striker because they always have 20 set cards and you never know where which card is. So you can't predict anything.
Yeah, and also like it does not really help to predict that much because it is just too much, and you can just, I mean, you see he has 4 back row, so the general assumption could just be he's definitely not losing this turn. Like there's no chance he's losing this turn, and next turn he can just search for everything again and then be fine once more. Like it's just very hard to actually have fun.
I'm just sending our judge on a quest to find out what the results in the other games are.
Yeah.
So Sebastian Zimmermann is leading 1-0.
2-0, so he won already.
No, 1-0. He's leading 1-0.
Okay.
1-2-0 was like the most German way I could have said that. And it's still 0-0, so it's still tied. They haven't finished game 1 on table 3, Pascal versus Eddie.
So we will probably tune into these games. Hello Frieda, thanks for joining. We see Chingun Arianbat on top versus Sebastian Dahl on the bottom. And it's already 1-0 for this Sky Striker player, and it is not looking too good for Sebastian right now. Yeah, guys, thanks for helping out in the chat as well. Like, keep communicating and keep helping each other. That sounded like something a dad could say, like, yeah, go to school and help each other. I mean,
don't drink and drive.
Yeah.
Actually, my roommate was like completely sick for the entire day. He was really whiny about it. And now he's out with his brother and he's drinking. So he's going to be like dead tomorrow, and I'm so excited to see that.
But I mean, he went through the pain the whole day just to have that experience tonight. Like, he planned.
Yeah. What do you mean he went through the pain? I went grocery shopping alone. I bought like stuff for him. I cooked him some healthy food so that he could recover.
Really? Like, really? You cooked for him?
Yeah.
That's
And
nice.
now he's getting drunk and he's going to regret it tomorrow. And then I'm going to be there for him and tell him, I said so. I told you that was a shit idea.
So
You deserve this pain.
you will be the dad tomorrow, basically.
Yeah.
And you have been today already too. Oh, maybe you could argue that you were more of a mom today when cooking for him and so on. But I mean, of course, every dad can cook as well. I mean, it
Yeah,
shows
that's true.
for him because you're of course like a man as well, and doesn't really matter anymore. So we have We Witch Apprentice and the Time Thief redo right there, like two very, very impressive monsters. Like two monsters that will be taken by Anchor and you will get OTK'd, I guess. But let's see.
Yeah, I mean, he can chain redoer, right? So he can banish it.
So maybe he has 3 anchors? And then he can still take it? Like,
oh, it's not a cost to banish it, right?
Right. It all happens in result, so.
Yeah, no, this is not looking good for a Firefackel. Oh, he actually gets a trap so he can shuffle back a card. That is very reactive.
Woo! Also, yeah, you see Chingun having summon limit right there, and obviously he decided it in because he knew he would be going first, and it's very good against Lunalight. And I was surprised to see that Sebastian actually isn't playing Bigfoot, because I made the experience like summon limit is brutal against the deck, but if he has like Nessie or Bigfoot, he can just keep revealing his dangers and then keep getting to the point where he pops it with Bigfoot, and then it isn't really that good and helpful. Like, seems like Sebastian saw that he does not need that option anymore. Looks like it. So let's see.
Shoutouts to Zoe, who is apparently my princess. I had to do that. I'm sorry. Okay, so let's focus on casting this game again.
It's just another engage being activated. Yeah, like.
Why is this still happening? This is.
But the thing is, like, when we move to one of the other games, we will be seeing Sky Striker very likely again, because there is. We can already talk about that. Like, Etienne Iter is playing versus Pascal Banish, and that game is still 0-0. And that is, I guess that would be the game we're going to next, and that's Sky Striker versus Pure Thunder. And on the other table, we have a solid mirror match. So, like, I don't know whether that's like the definition of fun to watch. But it probably is like more fun than watching the 1000th Sky Striker game.
Yeah, I like Solid Mirror actually, because I've played it like a lot lately, and it is actually a nice game to play. Like, I mean, sometimes the game is just retarded, and the fusion makes it a bit worse. But yeah. I mean, fusion is not a play I like committing to anyways, because it's way too risky. Like, if there's one effect whether your entire turn and your entire follow is ruined, so rather just go for trap, counter trap.
Yeah. But I mean, the risk can be rewarded and was rewarded a lot already. Like,
yeah, and in the mirror match, the fusion is fine. You kind of need it sometimes. That's true. I'm considering not main decking it anymore.
Yeah, I definitely can follow that train of thought. I don't think it's like super good in the main deck, but you definitely need it for the mirror match in the sideboard at least.
Shingu, you just have to take this monster, summon another monster, and then get a ray. Then you have 7,500 damage. It's not that hard. Do it already. Thank you. Thanks.
Pancratops. And oh, that's a little late, bro. But I mean, they probably are agreeing that it's still fine.
I mean, he has no monster that he can turn to defense position, right?
He hasn't normaled yet, so maybe he just has Ray left.
Yeah. I mean, he should have a ray.
Probably. Otherwise, that does not make a whole lot of sense.
He probably announced the effect of the field spell and then forgot to resolve it. So yes, finally, we are getting
Boris or Dragon.
I'm again at this point where I hate my life because of Yu-Gi-Oh! Because of Phantasme. Ash it. Come on. Just drop the Ash.
Drop it like it's hot.
Yeah, you said Phantasme is the best Phantasme.
That's right, yeah. Again, he committed quite a bit to that play, and he might not be able to OTK anymore. So, is there a possible comeback chance for Sebastian?
Yeah, actually, he should link away the he actually summons Shizuku last turn or this turn, because otherwise he could just send away the token for a Shizuku or a Kagari and then just attack over Phantasme this way.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, you can just go into. Oh gosh, it's still game. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Sebastian is, by the way, 2-0. Oh, okay. So it's Kana.
It's Kana. Why is it Kana though?
I don't know. She deserves some love as well, I guess. It's a Sky Striker Link monster. What?
Okay, there's another normal summon. Fine. But it would have been already. I mean, yeah, you're wondering too. Like, he's really just flexing right now because it would have been enough. Okay, then not. Whatever.
Rank 4 exceeds into Castle attack over Phantasme.
Obviously. Oh, what was that?
Kana. What?
Oh, he's playing Bigfoot.
And he gets rid of the Kana. Interestingly enough. Oh, he pops the Boruto, of course.
Wow, that's like there could be a turn of events because now it might matter that there are 2 banished engages and a banished already. Like,
wow.
Did Shingun overextend? Like, possibly. It is possible right there.
Yeah, the way to play around Phantasme is actually to summon the Barrel Sword before, without having something else on board, so that you can still activate Sky Striker spells like Anchor when Phantasme is summoned, and he did not do that. That was, I think, a major misplay. Summoning stuff to your field, going into Barrel Sword, and then not being able to out the Phantasme, that's not good.
Definitely not, no.
He
probably got lost a little in his own head right there, as it can happen to Sky Striker players, which we talked about.
Yeah, that is true.
And maybe he lost his train of thought there, and now he sits there with a Ray and not a whole lot more. But there still is multi-roll, of course, and I guess he didn't go into Kagari yet, right? And also not into Shizuku, so it is still like fine. He still has a very, very good position.
He should have just not targeted the Phantasme with Kana. That was way too greedy. Now he's even activating Afterburner to get rid of the Phantasme instead of just attacking for it, because he wants to deal the damage that he needs until he can set 4 cards in the end phase again to have every disruption there possibly is in this game.
Fair game, right?
Nice. Do you see how excited I am about this game? Every game of Sky Striker I have to cast is like this. Like, sometimes you don't see it because we're casting without our faces, or at least like without our faces during the match.
Yeah.
On our weekend streams, for example. But every time I have to cast Sky Striker, I'm looking like this.
And I can 100% confirm that, yeah. Or you're not even watching, like you're just looking to the bottom and just thinking about something stupid or funny, you could say. More funny than stupid, of course. More funny than stupid.
Yeah, like we should actually have a face cam for like those Saturday events that we cast from time to time, because like our communication during the matches is so funny. when someone does something really stupid and aren't allowed to say that it's really stupid, then we're just like looking at each other like, dumb, right? And the other one's like, shh.
We
That's
cannot
great.
say that that was super shitty, please. We cannot tell that to the guy. I mean, he wants to tune into the feature match afterwards and watch it on YouTube, and then he hears us saying like, bro, what you did there was like so stupid.
Yeah, I think we can do that on the Ultimate Guard Cup. We already did a lot, but I mean, or I think I did at least.
Yeah, for sure. But I mean, it's like obviously a little more chill and all because we're sitting here at home, as you can see, like we're sitting in our rooms. We have these cool roll-ups, of course, so it looks very, very professional in some way. But and also you can see our faces all the time for the good or for the bad, I don't know.
But guys, I think we should really deserve some more credit because this is actually messing up our sleep schedule because, like every time we're casting this, we both have to drink like coffee to not be tired, as it's already like 9:15, and then we're awake for the entire night because we just drank coffee at like 9 o'clock. So yeah, that's not good.
So all of you guys in the chat can take a guess how old we are already because of these problems. So for the guys of you that don't know, but it is really, really hard, of course. You can tell.
Redoer is back at it again. Yay. There we go. Should have just taken the redoer actually and attacked. He's again getting a trap card. What up? What up with that? How do you move the multi-roll to the monster zone?
Multi-roll? No, what is happening there?
This is the most interesting thing about this Sky Striker game, that he keeps on getting stuff with redoer and then cards have to be moved. Like the monster zone multi-roll is actually the most exciting thing about this game so far.
Yeah, that's right. But still, 4 back row cards there. Best of luck to get through that. Oh, there's a pendulum scale monsterine activated, and it's Lunalight Wolf. Which I guess, yeah, like he can fusion summon one monster without polymerization when he has that guy in his pendulum zone. But for that,
yeah, this one summons Dancer, where 12,000 damage, cutesy wootsy chick. I don't want. Stop this madness. Just please ban all the striker cards, like everything. Everything.
Probably
Let's
not.
just get rid of those.
Oh, he goes for Mothman. Like the last time Sebastian activated Mothman, Chingun was very good at sniping it out of his hand. This time chances are 50-50, so let's see.
I'm like really impressed that you're still trying to keep this interesting, Dusty. Because I just can't.
I try my best.
So he activated Dark World Dealings, which is interesting, as the card's kind of outdated. 12 cards in Shingun's deck, so there is a win condition for Sebastian. If Shingun activates Pot of Desires now, this might be his game.
Yeah. You should definitely pressure him into that direction. Like, you have to activate your desires now, even though you're not playing it. Like, you do it now. But he actually discarded the Serenade Dance, which is one of the spell or trap cards of the Lunalight theme that has an effect in the graveyard. Or when he is Tiger as well. Like,
he can pendulum summon a few magicians now.
Yeah, all the guys he has in hand, right? And all the monsters that are level 2 to 4, and oh no, you can also only pendulum summon Lunalight monsters. Yay! That's fun. So,
oh, I'm asking our judge again, like what the score of the last game is, because honestly, they have, if they're still 0-0 after this game, then this is still going to take a while. We're going to be here for a while.
Oh yeah.
Exciting. More skyscrapers.
Yeah, that's right. Like, and as well, it makes sense to obviously tune into that third game then, because it looks like Chingun will be taking this game, and that would equal the score between Olli-Baba and Radiant Trade in total, because Sebastian Zimmermann already made it 1-0 for Olli-Baba, of course. And yeah. Sebastian Zimmermann, by the way, right now really on fire, you could say, right? I think he was second place in the German Open. He also topped Card Market Series in Ghent, and I think we casted a regional in Karlsruhe together where he also made top 8, and like a lot of good stuff. Like, he's performing well.
Yeah, he is indeed. Also, the third game table 3, is actually 1-1. It's tied up, so they're in the final battle game match. The final game of this close top 16 match. I mean, it's actually kind of exciting who wins.
Yeah.
Could be a more exciting game though.
Yeah, do you have it in mind who they're going to face if they win this game right here? Like
in the E-Man Games. Aman Games. Yeah.
Oh, didn't talk about that yet.
Yeah, they are going to face Aman Games. UNESCO Shell and Lucas Widow, maybe.
So you might want to lose here today because you don't want to face E-Man Games.
Because I mean, they are right now the most dominant team in Europe, or maybe the world. You gotta say they grab like one title after the other.
Yeah.
Like even Paulo Gonçalves, like having a guy like him on a team, that could be like gold alone.
Yeah, of course, of course.
If you think about it, 3 titles in a row, that's pretty huge.
Yeah, and we already called them dead last week when one of the guys, exactly, Nico Stierkamp actually lost his match very quickly versus Legacy Card Gaming, and then we saw Tom Kleinengräber quickly going up 1-0 versus Joshua Schmidt, and so we're like, oof, is that the fast end of E-Man Games in the Ultimate Guard Cup? But Joshua Schmidt and Jonas Koschel both managed to overcome the 1-0 deficit and still managed to win. So they showed their skills and they showed why they are in the best team in Europe and why they make it the best team in Europe and the world.
Indeed, E-Man just sent their finest players to this Ultimate Guard Cup.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Like 2 guys who won a YCS title yet, and Jonas Koschel as well. I love to make fun of that. It's so amazing. So I hope he hears this and he's like, yeah, you wait until we see each other again.
Early on, he already wrote in the chat like, hi, when you talked about him. So he probably is listening and watching.
What's happening here? Like, nothing has changed for ages.
That's true.
Did Dueling Book die? Nope. Game's just even more boring than I thought.
Oh, like you're disconnected, or?
I just tried to see if it's like dead, but it's not dead, unfortunately. Oh, like look at this, the same game state again.
Yep, they're making it happen, I guess.
Let's just see if our operator is here. So what is happening? Why are you reversing cards? I'm just trying to text our operator that we would maybe like to change rooms. Do you guys want to see the other game? Do you guys want to see what's going down between Eddie and his opponent, who is, I think, playing Thunder Dragon without dangers?
Pascal Banish, I guess. So guys, tell us in the chat, do you want to switch over to the other game, or do you want to still watch that Sky Striker Luna Light game right here? I mean, this cannot take a long time anymore, and maybe just finish watching this game and then switch over.
Yeah, we're going to switch. Let's go. Let's go.
People are agreeing in the chat they want to switch. So, are you texting with our operator?
Yep. We could be like off this game in a second. I'm just texting our judge.
All right. So, I think it is Eddie King, right? The name of Eddie on Dwelling Book. Yeah, I have it. So let's just get into that room.
Yep. Did we already make it happen for you guys? Ah, there we go.
Nice. And it looks like that might be turn 1, right? So we're coming in very perfectly timed.
Yep, indeed. So what has happened so far? Oh, not much. I think Thunder Dragon discard, Summon of Colossus, and then going into Titan by banishing Dark. That sounds about right.
So again, we have Pascal Banish on the bottom, performing some Thunder Dragon plays, like some not so common Thunder Dragon plays anymore, like summoning Titan isn't what you see a whole lot anymore right now, because he's not actually playing the Danger version and he's playing pure Thunder. So that makes it more reasonable. Oh, and he ends on Linkuriboh Titan? Are you kidding me? Like, you don't even summon Colossus for the Sky Striker?
Oh, right. He could have left Colossus on board. I thought Eddie was playing Salamangreat. Then this could have, like, that would have made sense. But
ouch.
He doesn't even have Thunder Dragons, and he can just, like, pop it with Afterburners. That was a bit weird. I have to say that.
Yeah, agreed.
Interesting line of plays, indeed.
Like, that was really, really weird. And I mean, he wasn't even interrupted by Eddie, so he just wanted to perform that play. Like, that was what he wanted to do.
I mean, he could have just let the Colossus stay there forever. He was a bit greedy for the Dark Surge, but I don't think that it was necessary, especially because, like, a Colossus does much more. Because now he can just search engage with Hayate. Gets rid of the Linkuriboh.
Yeah.
I mean, doesn't look too great, this game. But actually, this time around, the team signs are the right way.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Wow, hey, small applause for us, please. This is well deserved, I think.
Uncommon, yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
So, yeah.
And we are back to Sky Striker shenanigans. Yes.
Yeah.
Engage to hand, activate engage. Or are we seeing multi-roll first for the total enjoyment?
Have you seen In the Mind of a Sky Striker Player by Farfa?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I enjoyed that a lot. By the way, if you're into Farfa's content, then you might also want to check out our podcast on Tuesday. If you are into our podcast content, then you might as well also check out Farfa's content on YouTube if you didn't subscribe to him yet. It's worth.
Yeah, definitely. And also check out the other episodes of our podcast. We had a very nice talk to Jay Quincy on Tuesday.
Yeah.
It was very in-depth about...
In the mind of a poker player.
Exactly, yeah. We talked about him being a poker player as well as a professional Yu-Gi-Oh player in some way, because he's taking the grinds, the world points grind very seriously, and right now he's in 9 spots. So there was a lot to talk about, and I don't want to spoiler you anymore. So make sure to watch that. Or to
also sooner or later, maybe later, we will be able to upload our podcasts on Spotify. So if you are owner of Spotify Premium, then you can just download it. And basically.
Yeah, I think that's a very good direction to take, because I listen to podcasts on my phone usually when I listen to them. And of course, you can go to YouTube and then just put it into your bag and then listen to it on YouTube. But for some people, it's just way easier to start the podcast app and then listen there. because you wouldn't have to have your screen still on and everything. I don't know whether YouTube fixed that. Like when I was doing that like a year ago, when I wanted to listen to a podcast on YouTube, I had to keep the screen being on, and that was like not really the optimal solution.
Yeah.
So 2 back row only. Oh, and one of them gets activated rather quickly. The Eagle Booster shall protect the Shizuku.
I mean, he's expecting Denko Sekka. Denko Sekka can also, if necessary, be searched by Thunder Dragon Fusion, so I think that was kind of necessary. But maybe this way around, he will search for a Kaiju and then follow it up by Hawk, so this game is far from over, actually.
That is right. And like, Eddie actually didn't get into a lot of back row there.
Nope.
That's that Eagle Booster, and of course, Eagle Booster now protects these. Was it good to actually activate the Eagle Booster already? I mean, if Pascal has the Denko Sekka already, it's like better, but now he doesn't have to search for the Denko Sekka anymore. He still
What
does.
he did.
Yeah, I mean,
That's exactly what he did.
But let's see.
If he has Kaiju, I don't know if he runs it. Let me just quickly check it. He can actually go for Hawk, summon Dark, go into a Colossus, then search for a fusion with Dark, and then summon a Titan and maybe OTK this turn.
Yeah. Like, can he just OTK through that Shizuku that cannot be destroyed by battle?
I mean, if he has a Kaiju.
Oh yeah, if he has a Kaiju, sure. Yeah, you're right.
Don't summon it in the extra monster zone, bro. Go for the extra Shizuku zone. Hate it when people do that. Can you at least summon the Titan there?
He feels the pressure. He does feel the pressure.
Yeah.
Ultimate God Cop. The highest level of competition for teams, so he should feel the pressure, right? Casted by the best casters in the world. So Denko Sekka being joined by Colossus, and the combination of these 2 cards really is a pain in the ass, I would say. Like, you're not able to set cards anymore, and you cannot search cards.
Yeah. I mean, if he survives the turn, then it's not going to be a problem for his opponent at all.
Yeah.
To break the board.
That's right. That's right.
I mean, he can end up on 2 Colossuses, but I think that Eddie might have searched an anchor.
Yeah.
He's in his Ray float. Doesn't look too swell.
That's right.
Pascal, unless he has like a lot of spicy cards in his hand that we have no clue about. Can I finally see what we have? Like a weird email system where we can check the deck lists.
Which deck list do you want to see? Because I have them on. Okay, I cannot see this
Kaiju. He's not running the one Kaiju. Why would you not do that? People are making me aggressive here. This guy, like, and every week people are just making so many questionable decisions, and it's just making me like really sad from time to time. This is getting frustrating. So
he still wants to summon all of his big boys. So
I mean, he's just gonna get OTK'd. I don't know what. You kind of need the Kaiju in this matchup. It's like that's why you're playing Fusion, right? Because you can actually OTK Sky Striker. Because like if he Eagle boosters his monster, you are going to lose.
Yeah.
And if your opponent Eagle boosters his monster, then you're not winning this. It's like really questionable to not run the Kaiju.
Oh, that's still 1,400 damage. Not a lot of spells in the grave. As you said, it's far away from being an OTK.
Yeah. I mean, this is just gonna get anchor, take, OTK, KK.
KKK. Yeah, you're right. That's usually how it goes when Thunder Dragon cannot OTK versus a Sky Striker player which already has some sort of setup.
Yeah.
So very, very likely that is. Oh, look, there's the first anchor.
Just activate. Yeah, this is game.
It is, right?
This is what happens when you don't play the Kaiju, guys.
So
that wasn't even an anchor.
That is the 2-0 for Olli-Baba.
Yeah, so Olli-Baba has actually won that. I'm just trying to find out if... Okay, so Shingun and Sebastian also seem to have finished their match.
Yeah, don't tell me they're still playing. That would have been... I would have been freaking out there.
They have finished it already. That was an awful lot of Sky Strikers.
That is
not cool. Not cool, guys. Stop playing this deck. I mean, it's the Shingun won, so it's 2-1 for Olli-Baba, I think, right? Eddie is from Olli-Baba, and
yeah.
Sebastian was from Olli-Baba, so yeah, Shingun seems to have destroyed the Lunar Lights of Sebastian, but Sebastian doesn't care because he got carried through.
Yeah. That's the good thing about team tournaments. You can be carried around, like you can win.
I'm so hyped.
For what?
Top 8 match, Olli-Baba versus Team E-Man. This seems to be like this is going to be a big one. Jonas Koschel versus Sebastian Zimmermann, maybe.
That's
like they are traveling a lot together and they're playing on a really high competitive level. So this could actually be great. I want to see some like really big names in a fight here.
Yeah, the Clash of Titans is not only in Yu-Gi-Oh! It's always very, very nice to watch, but of course it is nice to watch in Yu-Gi-Oh! As well. Like when you have big names facing each other, like for example Joshua Schmidt versus Billy Brake, people were really, really hyped when like big names have like a special battle going on, and that connection really makes it more interesting for people. It seems like actually our viewers have like a different sleep schedule than us, because the number of viewers actually was rising for like every minute. So, and we're like basically on our peak right now. So
oh, look at this. Our moobot is retarded again.
Oh, why is he?
Yeah, he's always announcing like the tournament again. Yeah, go to Ghent, guys. It was amazing. Like more people should have gone there.
Yeah, that's true. Like really, more people should have gone there. I mean, 110 people is cool and stuff, but I would have hoped that there would be more players, and I hope that there will be more players. What is the next Yu-Gi-Oh! Card Market Series stop? Is it Frankfurt?
It's going to be in Frankfurt, and I think it's going to be. Let me just. You guys can check it. It's on Card Market. You can open like I don't know what it's called, like the Card Market apps. There are like 3 bars on the right side of the page. If you click on that, then there's a big bar called a big icon called Card Market Series, and there you will find all the information about prices and all the other good stuff.
Yeah, and the prices are huge, so you should go there because there's super sick price support, and you could argue that topping this event basically is better than topping a YCS, and it surely is better than topping a regional for sure. Like
yeah, if you count the numbers, it should actually be much more rewarding. But anyways, it is really late now, guys.
Yeah, it is.
We have had an exhausting week. I think you guys had maybe 2, maybe not. If not, good for you. But we are going to finish this day. Let's just call it a night, and then we're going to quit this stream now. Thank you for watching. As always, we had a great time, except for this whole Sky Striker thing. That was a bit terrible, but anyways, thank you for watching, and we'll be back next week, Tuesday and Thursday. Bye.
Yeah, happy Easter days, guys. See ya.